Evil never dies. The flies gathered around him, clinging to the scraps of flesh that hung off of his ragged body. William swiped them away, clipping one of the bugs with his sharp-clawed hands, cleaving it down the middle. He smiled happily, stifling his ever-growing cough. The nightmares still flooded his head, almost bringing him back to the disgusting hellscape within his mind, but he was stronger now, strong enough to beat back the horrors that clawed at his nape. "Are you okay? You look distracted," a voice said from the darkness in front of him, taking him out of his mangled and distorted thoughts. He turned his head to face the figure now standing in front of his tomb, his flesh bending and squirming with every little movement. His glowing purple eyes met with the young girl, her blonde hair stained with dirt and dried blood. She was holding a knife in one hand and a giant rabbit mask in the other, an unsure smile on her face. "Ah, my dear Vanny. You have been busy indeed. Have you completed what needs to be done?" Afton said, his voice coarse and rough off of his tongue. Vanny shook her head in agreement, her smile fading on and off her face. "The service is all yours. Everything is up to plan. No one knows what we are planning," Vanny mumbled, trailing off in thought. Afton perked up, dragging his claws against the thin glass of the charging station as he moved up further. "No one must know our plans, do you understand?" Afton growled, his hot and disgusting breath fogging up the glass. Vanny flinched backwards, almost tripping over a piece of rebar sticking out of the ground. Afton slid his hand out of the charging station, holding it out in front of him with a gnarled smile on his face. Vanny immediately took it, clutching it close to her face reluctantly. "One of the workers, Luis, he knew, but I handled him, just like you taught me. I didn't make you angry, did I?" Vanny pleaded, with Afton raking his claws lightly across her face. He smiled at her obedience, cracking and gnawing his long broken and mangled teeth together in glee. "It's all right, my dear, but you must be more careful. If anyone finds out my plans, everything I've worked for would mean nothing, and we can't have that now, can we?" Afton sneered, slinking his hand back into the charging station. Vanny cowered backwards, bumping into the various objects and debris scattered around the floor. "Of course, I won't fail you, I swear," Vanny whimpered, with Afton snickering in sinister glee. Afton closed his eyes, or more accurately what remained of his eyes, falling back into his endless slumber, the constant flies resuming their crusade against his rotting flesh. It did not matter to him, as soon enough, he would once again show the world what terror he was truly capable of.